Hey, beautiful. When dating someone whose last significant relationship was a really long term relationship, where they may have been married for 20 or 25 years, or spent 15 or more years of their lives with this person, you can find yourself in the uncomfortable position where you are processing, working through a lot of the identity that or the self-concepts that they've developed within that relationship as a result of their experience within that relationship, because they grew through that relationship, they developed through that relationship. And as we move through um, a significant period of our lives within a particular situation, a lot of who we become, how we identify, how we see ourselves, how we perceive relationships in the world is defined by that experience. And depending on how their identity has been formed based on past experiences, whether it's in a way that leaves them insecure, fearful, lacking confidence, or in a way that empowers them and uplifts them, it can determine your experience moving forward in the relationship. For those of you who have found yourselves, moving into a new relationship after a long-term one, just be mindful that it can feel to your partner as if you have your ex constantly between the two of you, like just imagine it's a pair of shades or glasses, and you perceive your new lover, your new partner through the lens that is your ex. If you're dealing with a partner that has a history of feeling unseen, unrecognized, um, not prioritized, this could be a point of discomfort for them too. So be aware of that. It can feel like there is this past person constantly between you, like you are not being seen, you are not fully present with them. Um, it's as if you're trying to escape an old identity and the uncomfortable parts of your old relationship and replace it with someone new. Um, and it can make them feel like they've not been chosen um, just for who they are. So the difference in whether the past, do we simply want to forget the past, or is there some value in remembering your past experiences and the lessons that you've learned? Can we expect that somebody comes into a new relationship and has completely shaken off all of the identity or the perception associated with that past relationship? Well, based on law of attraction, it's not realistic, because when we pick up a subject, we pick it up where we last left it off, even if we left it off 8 years ago. Even if we left the subject of relationship 8 years ago, if the depth, the level of intimacy that we have, um, that we're now meeting you at, we last met someone there 8, 9, 7, 6, 5 years ago. We're still picking up that particular subject, which is intimacy and being vulnerable and all of that, where we left it off with the last person. And so the new relationship and the early stages of it gives us an opportunity to recreate, form a new identity, a new sense of self. And certainly we want to use all of the information at our disposal to decide who we want to be now moving forward. But the distinct difference as to whether or not this serves you or does not serve you is, are you navigating the new relationship drawing upon the old information and your identity and the sense of self that you formed in the old relationship from a place of avoidance, wanting to avoid making mistakes and getting hurt and being judged and being criticized? Or are you navigating it from a place of open-mindedness and open-heartedness with courage, knowing that you are more than the sum of your experiences and that this is an opportunity for you to show up in the way that you would like to, because you're using all the past information as building blocks to create a new, better, healthier, stronger relationship. That's the distinct difference. Are you leaning into it, or what is the vibrational foundation? Am I avoiding? Is it based on fear? Or am I present and open and confident? Do I have courage in giving myself permission to learn and to place the block where it feels, the new building block where it feels right? And if it doesn't feel right, to say, you know what, I thought that would work. But it didn't. I didn't have the outcome I wanted. Can we try again? Are you coming from a place of humility, or are you trying to guard your pride? It makes a big difference. Every new relationship is going to be, especially when you've had your big significant relationships, it's going to be work. It's not going to be fairy tales, sunshine and roses. And if it is, that needs to be the agreement between you that it's not going to be anything significant. Because the moment the relationship gets real, it will fall apart. Because we will feel so triggered by this past uh, experience in love. And we will feel so limited by it that we might want to recede, pull away. And I think there's a distinct difference between how women and men often approach new relationships. And so just be mindful of that. A woman can feel like she's walking in the shadow of someone else. So to keep the communication open, very important.